Hey, what's good everyone? It's your Greek Boy 7 and today I'm bringing you guys my review for The Finest Hours. So The Finest Hours is about this group of guys that go out into sea, there's terrible weather going on, and essentially it breaks their ship in half. And Chris Pine and this much smaller group of guys have to go out and rescue them. This is known as the greatest rescue story in US Coast Guard history. And by the visuals alone, I can see why. Everything looks great. Disney put a lot of effort in making this look as realistic and immersive as possible. When these guys are off at sea, you feel like you're there with them. The sound editing is great, and the ocean and the waves and everything looks so real and so wonderful, terrifyingly wonderful to an extent, because it can be scary. I was feeling scared to be out there because it was just that bad. It was just terrible conditions and it looked great, terrifyingly great. The acting was wonderful. Chris Pine does great as in his lead role, and a very surprising performance was Holliday Grainger. She was fantastic. I've never seen her in a movie before or TV show before, but after seeing her in this movie, I would definitely like to see her in some more stuff because she did great. Now, with a movie like this, the one thing that it relies on more than anything else is tension and suspense. You want to see how these guys survive. You want to see how these guys can live with these conditions while someone's trying to find them. And in some cases, the movie does this well, and in other cases, not so much. Most of this is due to the first act of the movie, where the movie kind of focuses more on the romance between Chris Pine and Holliday Grainger. It feels a little bit forced, and it not only feels forced, it feels a little bit rushed. With a movie that's naming itself The Finest Hours, you want to focus more of your attention on the finest hours of these men and their lives and their time on this ship. In some cases, the movie would focus on that, but it would just cut back to Holliday Grainger and her time on land, you know, doing whatever she's doing. And it kind of brought you out of that whole immersive experience that the movie was building up on. It kind of fell flat to an extent in certain moments. Now, I'm not going to bash on it too much because, again, it didn't do it that often, but at the same time, you want to be devoted into seeing these men and seeing how they're going to survive in these drastic conditions. And I just would have liked to see the movie kind of keep a more cohesive storyline. But when the tension is there, it is there. You're sitting at the edge of your seat, you're biting your nails, you're wondering what's going to happen, and it is awesome. It's great to see. Another thing that I really like about this movie is its relatability. Chris Pine's character is someone that most of the guys that he works with kind of frowns upon because he's made mistakes in his past with his career. And it's relatable, you know, we've all been there, we've all made mistakes, and we've all looked around and people would look down on us and wouldn't trust us the same way. But they had to put their trust in him to get these guys back home. And I like that relatability factor. It makes it more of a personal experience rather than just watching the movie. Guys, overall, The Finest Hours was pretty darn good. The acting was great, the cinematography, how everything looked, the tension and suspense. However, like I said, the cohesiveness was a bit off, the pacing was a bit was wandering at times, and the romance kind of felt a little bit forced, and I wish they didn't show as much of it as they did, because again, the focus should be on the ship and these men and how they're surviving, not the romance. All in all, The Finest Hours is a solid movie. Not the best, but definitely not the worst. Definitely worth watching, in my opinion. And it's a great way to showcase this story, this really powerful and impactful story. So guys, that's my review on The Finest Hours. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys have seen it, let me know what you thought about in the comment section below. Also, hit that like button and that subscribe button if you want to see more. So with that being said, this is your Greek Boy 7, and I'll see you guys in the next video.